Okay, we are back. Yeah, there was some issues with passwords, so it's just a kind of having to jump into Dota TV to do this, so we've taken the delay off, so everything is now live. Newbee versus Invictus Gaming. This is going to be game number 1. We've not missed a lot of the draft. Grimstroke comes out for Newbee. Sand King and Nature's Prophet there for Invictus Gaming. Shadow Shaman as well as the Terrible and Magnus ban out there by IG. Taking on the PA, the ET as well as the Centaur Warrunner for Newbee. 6 incredibly strong heroes as we saw last match. The Magnus Shadow Shaman combination in that offlane is scary good. So not something that IG want to see exploited this match. Maybe they were watching going, you know what, we need to ban that. IO is still out there though, and we did see in the first match that the IO Gyrocopter combination came up in the second phase. Whether maybe that's something that IG is looking towards with this Nature's Prophet, a little bit of a global strat. We'll have to wait and see. Might be ban out in the next phase as well, you know. Newbee, IG might just say, you know what, we don't want to be playing up against this IO. The Wisp combo, so we'll just take it out. They are going to be picking up the Lich though. The Lich, really strong hero. Really strong hero, and he just got stronger. Yes, he doesn't have the infinite mana with the sacrifice. He doesn't auto win the lane by taking away the range creep every time. But with that gaze, being able to drag heroes in, as well as the new Frost Armor. The new Frost Armor is so strong as the Lone Druid, that scary bear, gets ban out. But yeah, really like the Lich, or I really hate playing against the Lich at the minute. So a Lich Grimstroke combination
10 seconds remaining.
With a double Chain Frost. If you've not seen that combo, it is disgusting. You drop your Soulbind and then instantly throw out the Chain Frost, and
turn to ban.
It bounces, and it bounces, but you're soulbound. So every spell you get cast on you get casts on the other person you're soulbound to as well. So there's not one, but 2 Chain Frosts. Yeah, his hands, he probably struggles to get gloves. But you know,
5 seconds remaining.
He's too busy with his giant paintbrush. I mean, he needs massive hands for his giant paintbrush. As Axe, Lycan will be the next couple of bans. And like I say, the IO, if Invictus want to pick him up here, they do have first pick after this ban stage. So could go with the Nature's Prophet.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What are they banning out here? What is scary in this meta?
Invictus Gaming's turn to pick.
Yeah, Faceless Void is pretty darn strong. Did he pick up the Anti-Mage though? Going straight for it. Now, if remembering my Anti-Mage changes correctly, which I'm not, because I'm just not. He got a change to his spell shield, which gives him a reflect. So he doesn't need the Aghanim Scepter anymore. He can just reflect from that spell shield, which is pretty darn strong. So yeah, maybe looking to try and reflect if you can get the timing right. If the Grimstroke ult comes out, until you can try and look to reflect that Chain Frost. Once again, if I am wrong, just correct me in chat. I will probably see it. As Yeeman, shouts out to Yeeman, has been helping out with those mechanics in chat. So yeah, Newbee going into that reserve time. Looking for this next pickup. They've got themselves the 2 supports. You can run the Grimstroke mid. You can run the Grimstroke mid, but why would you? Tiny's going to be the pickup here by Newbee. Is it going to be the Tiny Grimstroke combo? You've got the Inkswell into the toss. That new avalanche is bloody ridiculous as well. Watching people get mini stunned, just juttering about, like it's ridiculous.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Newbee's turn to pick.
And we're gonna see the Tusker. And again, I was talking about him in the last game. It was ban out in the first game of Asta versus Team Tai Chi Gaming, sorry. This new tag team ability is super strong. Like, super strong.
10 seconds
I think it's
remaining.
like a 70% slow. Let's take a look at that.
5 seconds remaining.
Not start heroes.
Snowstorms are coming.
Yeah, it's a 75% movement slow for 5 seconds, and then the bonus damage coming out now there as well. 5 seconds is a long time. Newbee getting all the way down on this reserve time for this final. Okay, Slurk, yeah. Can't hit what you can't see, and the Slurk is the master of not being seen. With that Shadow Dance, picking up a Shadow Blade, maybe going into a Silver Edge later on as well. Maybe just to try and cancel the Anti-Mage's spell resistance. Also, again, talking about it last game, this new way his Essence stacks if he gets the kill with stacks on you, or if somebody dies with stacks on them within 300 range. Sounds about right. Is it 300 or is it 900? It's one of the two.
If I'd known I'd end up here, I'd have stayed in Dark Reef Prison.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Neat.
Newbee's turn to pick.
Ah, you know what I mean. It's got a range on it, and if it's got,
10 seconds
if you've got the
remaining.
essence on them,
5 seconds remaining.
and the hero dies, you pick up that extra
Gaming's
stat.
turn to pick.
And no way to keep heroes locked down for an avalanche, toss, soulbind, chain frost, leap, right click combination than a puck. That dream coil combos well with the rest of the team. Newbee can put a lot of
10
pressure on with this.
seconds
In fact, they could look for a really early game push potential. Make sure they could try and
5 seconds remaining.
take a lot of the map control before the anti-mage can really come online. Put a lot of pressure onto the anti-mage as well. Maybe find some early kills.
Choose your hero.
As OD will be the final pickup by IG. Whose draft do I like more? Newbees. I think... yeah, Newbees. I think Slurk is too much to handle early game. If you're going for an anti-mage game. I think if you can steal some early stats, you could probably end this game with this lineup. You could probably end this game in 25-30 minutes before Doodle's even really online. Emo might slow it down a little bit, but it all depends on how well Dogfights does with the Roman. And like I say, with that tag team, the 0.5 second slow over 5 seconds as well. So basically, if you can just right click, keep on right clicking heroes, keeping them slowed for that 5 seconds, dealing the extra physical damage, it's going to be great for maybe dealing with like the Tiny or the Slurk. But overall, I think if the Slurk gets a good start, if he gets a few early kills, starts stacking those early permanent essence stacks, I think it goes the way of Oh, it's turned dark to camera off. I think it goes away with Newbee. To be honest, I really do.
Prepare for battle.
Oh boy, boy. Well, I tried.
Your future is grim.
STCC banana, there's going to be the word being dropped. That's a feels bad man. That is a feels bad man.
The Tusk is always ready for a fight.
30
So Waxy and
seconds to
Banana.
battle.
They are up here. They've got no more wards. Well, they've got sentry wards to drop. What are they going to try and look for? Yeah, Sand King just hides himself in the trees. We're going to go for the good old... Well, there's 2 heroes down here, but there's 3. There's the Anti-Mage, the Tusk, as well as the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet coming in with a couple of trains now as well. Are they going to try and look for this trade and maybe try and take 3 runes? Usually you just see the bottom 2 being given away to the Dire.
The battle
Anything picked up by the
begins.
Tusk just yet? No skills just yet. It's just going to be a 2 true trade. Nobody getting brave enough to try and contest that just yet.
Pull roots and run.
Grimstroke's going to TP bot. It looks like they're going to try this one out. So a try versus try, an anti-mage in an aggressive tri lane. I guess they're going to try and look for the Tusk, like I say, this tag team, the Snowball, the Ice Shards to keep heroes locked down. You've got Ollie that's going to be able to do the bonus damage with the Nature's Call. Those trains coming up, but Dogfight's going to be taking a lot of damage, and now the Frost Shield comes off as well. It's going to be the stroke coming through. Doodle needs to blink himself away into the trees, but Ollie being slowed down, and it looks like it's going to be 2 heroes on the side of IG that really need to be using this early game regen.
Is it worth your life?
Which you don't really want to be giving up for free. Yep, stroke comes through. But it's just going to be onto the creeps now as well, and Slurk, he's got the Essence Safe, maybe the level 2, he picks up the Pounce as well, just to keep heroes locked down, and Anti-Mage can't blink out of that. In fact, from the new Pounce changes, can't blink, not that Forstaff maybe can escape Pounce. But yeah, the Strokes are going to carry on coming through. Ollie's going to take the brunt of that one. And again, the more creeps it goes through, the more damage it's going to be doing. So Faith just still got the Frost Shield. And it's a thing that Slurk can do. He can pounce in, have the Frost Shield dropped on him. And it's just extra damage. The slow comes out as well after the Pounce leash wears off. So it is going to be a good combination there in the spot lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Emo, just one last hit behind. He's going to be going for those Astral Imprisonments. They're going to be looking to try and fight this one out. There's the Tuskar missing. Does he pick it up? Yeah, the Pounce is going to come through. Like I say, this is the Frost Armor now as well. Doodle might go down. The Gaze drags him back in. Banana will pick up the first kill.
Toast the first. I take what I please.
Meanwhile, top lane, the Burrow Strike is going to come through onto the Tiny. Tiny throws out that Avalanche, and it's just... it just looks like the hero's lagging out when that Avalanche comes through, just because of the way it works now. But Tiny... Or level 3, 2 points into the Avalanche. Not picked anything up into the toss just yet. It's gone for the tree grab instead. And with the cleave, it doesn't work on denies any longer, but still should be able to put out a decent amount of DPS onto that Sand King. As Lich looking for the pull in the jungle. Tuskar's coming in. Is he going to be able to do anything about this? The swipe comes through, the stroke, sorry, from Banana, and Dogfights takes a whole load of damage. Oh yeah, this is just being, it's farm being lost from the Anti-Mage, and as an Anti-Mage early game, you don't want to be losing out on any farm. Once you do get your Battle Fury, you know, you can come online, but the longer this Battle Fury takes, the harder it's going to be to come back against a Slurk. Yeah, and you can see the Anti-Mage is not scared to come forward, I guess you'd say, but he's very cautious about coming forward for these last hits. Because if he gets caught out again, you really don't want to be dying twice in the first 5 minutes. Top lane. Wixie's taking a lot of damage. And Sand King being able to harass him back. The Caustic Finale as well. You know, he's going to be able to farm this up. He's got 2 points into that already. One to the Sandstorm. It looks like he's going to try and pull this one through. Does he get another stack off as well? He does. And with the Sandstorm being able to move about in that, he can put the right clicks out. The Avalanche comes through, stuns him up for a little bit. And Sandstorm, just it's so small, level 1.
Double harm shall
Tusk.
I deal?
What's he stacking up here? There's going to be double damage on SCCC.
I think not.
And Emo's pretty low, but he can try and bait him in, look for the Astral Imprisonment, and then the Tusk comes in from behind. DD, SCCC is healing himself up with the Tangos. Yep, there's going to be the Astral. Does the Tusk come in on this? Because there's the Orb and the Jaunt away. Needs to wait for that Orb to come out. It looks like bottom lane. They're going to try and make another move. The Inkswell isn't going to be used just yet. And now it comes out and it looks like Ollie will be falling. Yeah, the Frost Armor. Banana picks up that kill. Doodle pounce up in 8.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Mid lane, are they going to be able to do anything from this? SCCC will go down. That Equilibrium. And it was split between it, so it looks like the creeps actually finished that kill.
Alms for the dead. The seeds of fortune.
But 3 bounty runes go the way of Newbee. So Faith Banana, yeah, just looking to deny this anti-mage. And Doodle, if he comes in, there is a pounce, keeps him locked down. We've already seen him die once. So, they're even farming up the Treants as well. The Treant's looking to pull this one out. Doodle, what's he going to be able to do? Well, actually, the Creep's going to go back to lane, and now the Phantasm, he's going to be able to right-click this one down, but the Gaze keeps him locked down, and the Inkswell comes out now as well. Doesn't even need the Slurk to find this kill as Faith. Able to clean that kill up onto the anti-mage. That Gaze is just so good. You pair it with the banana, with the Grimstroke, sorry, banana on the Grimstroke, and you've got the Inkswell that can go off while the Gaze is going, so you've got the extra stun. The Phantasm as well, the Phantom doing a lot of DPS. And then the Rend coming through after it finishes itself off. Yeah, the Lich Grimstroke is a really dirty combination. Dogfights, he might go for this, but there's at least a Lich backing him up. Yep, the right click's going to come through. SCCC just baiting him out. It's going to be the double sounds now as well. Phantom's going to be there. Going to try and right click this one up, but the Gaze comes out and Dogfight's being dragged back in as well. All he's doing is TP himself away, but are they going to be able to find this kill? Dogfights actually takes down SCCC. The Astral Imprisonment comes through, but Newbee will be able to take down at least Emo. The toss forward as well. Dogfights, one more right click. He's got 20 health. Faith just needs to get in range. Maybe the Frost Blast as well. He's going to try and deny himself to the Ancients. The Frost Blast is just in time. Faith picks up the kill on to Dogfights. Bottom lane though, Slurk is getting free farm.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Slurk, the TP comes in from Tusk, but he is level 5 now as well with that Dark Pact. Is he going to be able to do enough damage? He's just going to be killed off. Maybe if he'd have waited till level 6, just a quarter of a level, maybe would have been able to pick up the kill onto Doodle with the Shadow Dance, but you know, all's well that ends well for anti-mages. Slurk maybe just getting a little bit too brave there. But he's going to go for it again. The leap coming through. The Dark Packs, the right clicks, the TP in from Ollie. There's going to be the snowball out though. They might be able to find another kill onto Slurk. And you don't want this in quick succession, 30 seconds. And now, yeah, are they going to be able to get enslaved? With the Gaze, is going to be looking for the kill onto Dogfights, maybe. It looks like Slurk, he's still not level 6, so it's going to be the blink followed by Doodle, but Doodle isn't level 6 either. So there's not going to be Mana Void, and maybe Slurk turns us around. The Dark Pack comes through, they find the kill. And Faith might be able to return, but again, it's another early stack, a little bit of stats being taken off the anti-mage and a whole load being given over to the Slurk as Wakesy does find the kill onto Emo in the mid. Yeah, Slurk now does have the Shadow Dance. That's big. That's big for finding kills. Even an arcane room might be able to pop this, might be able to find Ollie if Ollie comes too far forward. AM has changed lanes, going top, but he's not going to find a whole load of joy up against the level 8 of Tiny here now as well. It'd be interesting just to keep an eye on the last hits. You are bottom lane, the Ice Shard's going to fly through. Faith, what's he going to be able to do here? Does have a Frost Blast, but he's got a teammate coming in now as well. Throws out the Frost Armor. It's going to be the TP in by Ollie. 3 heroes down here, the Frost Armor. Even the Inkswell stunning up Ollie. So Banana looks like they are going to be able to get themselves away. 4 heroes down here on the side of IG. Newbee. It's going to be the Slug running into at least dogfights. Gets the pounce away. And Ice Shard's not able to keep him locked down. But it's a free lane for SCCC. Wakesy can go back and heal. Just TPs himself back to the top lane, and already Doodle's being forced into the jungle. Not even got those boots, nearly 10 minutes in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Any reveal on this Sandstorm? The Bro Strike's going to be able to come through the tag team now as well, but Shadow Dance will be used, and Slurk just hides himself in the trees. He's got himself 4 tangos. That's going to be a decent amount of regen once he pops one of these tangos.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I should say
attack.
a ridiculous amount of regen. Is Maroon's thing broken? Maroon's is broken. Ollie TPs himself top, maybe just to try and delay the pressure being put onto this tier 1 tower. The Tiny's in mid lane. This is an off lane Tiny that's the same level as the mid lane Outworld Devourer. And that's pretty big as far as pressure goes. It means he's going to be able to roam around the map, find kills.
Are fortified.
And what should be the highest level hero in your side is oh, he's not doing too well. But the Sand King is matching levels. That's good. That's good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's like, ooh, they found him up top. Ollie will go down. Wakesy secures the kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so you will be able to put pressure onto this tier 1 tower with SCCC here as well. Going for that 3-0 tally build that's ever so popular with the int heroes at the minute. Do they carry on?
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They've got themselves, well, the ward spots them out as Wakesy walks himself into the jungle, but they've got themselves a catapult here. They're looking for the kill onto the Slurk on the bottom lane, but the Shadow Dance is back up once again. The stun, but that should wear off just in time for him to be able to, yep, Epicenter comes through, but it's only going to be SCCC that takes the brunt of that. And now, ooh, the Phantom, Silence and Dogfights. Dogfights just going to try and TP himself away. Wazuki's already been taken down. Ollie and Dogfights do get the TPs away.
Is under attack.
Wazuki, not so lucky. Channeling the Epicenter for that, couldn't find a kill. So we'll be down for the next 95 seconds.
Regeneration.
Tiny, about 3/4 of the way to the blink, maybe 2/3. But Dream Call's going to be coming out. Emo has already popped that Shrine, so the Shrine's going to be wearing off anytime soon, and the Phantasm can't take it off because of the Avalanche. Ollie TPs himself in. He's going to be dropping the Sprout. Yep, Walrus Punch comes through. Banana, is he going to be able to get himself away? The Sandstorm is going to be doing a lot of damage, and Ollie will feel able to secure the kill. Faith, though, does he have the Chain Frost? He's actually already used it. And SCCC, this will be a great fight, even though Wakesy is going to be able to get maybe a return kill onto Dogfights here. But a 3 for 3 going the way of IG. A 3 for 4.
Such sorcery shall not prevail.
That is, any trade is good, but when you take a positive trade like that, that's just, it's so good for IG. It just means you get that much closer to catching up. Oh, Tiny's paused.
Are you okay?
The silent status prevents a hero from using an ability. I wish it prevented players from using the voice lines as well. We already got that tip. Valve, please. Let's take a look at the net worth though. Tiny is top of the net worth. Slurk behind the anti-mage, so those early kills not really paying off. Anti-mage going towards the Battle Fury as well. He's already picked himself up the Ring of Health. It's so far off the Demon Edge. The smoke is going to break. Oh yeah, the silence into the Dream Call now as well. Double Silent Shrine is going to be popped. It's actually dragged into the Snowball now as well. I think the rend damage from the Phantom won't be affected because he was inside the Snowball when it wears off. But the Soulbind comes through. Is there a Chain Frost? Not for another 13 seconds. Wakes, he will kill off Doodle, but Gaze, and now SEC, oh, he just blinks himself into a whole load of danger, and Emo able to secure that kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So the tier 1 tower will go down. Banana needs to be pretty
Radiant's
careful.
middle tower has fallen.
Doesn't want to get jumped on there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
13 to 10. Net worth now going the way of IG, only slightly, but still going the way of IG. Wakesy. He's got the blink, he's going to be going towards the Echo Saber as well. Just hiding himself in the trees, but they've got the vision. The ice shards come through. And he clears it off. So no kill for the side of IG. Yeah, like I say, this ward just spotted him out hiding in his little gap. I think he was able to get the he got the bounty. Able to bottle that one up. So 4 heroes top on the side of Newbee. Ollie from IG, he's going to be TPing himself top, maybe trying to delay this. He's smoked up. But again, 4 heroes. If he comes forward, he puts himself in a whole load of danger. It looks like SCCC just happy with clearing the wave, coming back in. The catapult's still there, so the fortification's going to be there. But Ollie shows himself now. The slug could come in. Maybe he wants himself another couple of essence stacks. This game is... I thought Newbee would really be able to take the... How did he see Faith? He's pinging it out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, I thought Newbee would really be... really paceful. And this one, they're going to be able to find Ollie. Ollie, what's he going to be able to do to try and get away? He's silenced out, but he's already thrown out all of his spells. And now the Burrow Strike comes through as well. Inkswell will stun up, but this is going to be a dead Grimstroke. Banana finds that kill as Doodle finds a tower on the bottom lane. Are they going to be able to do anything? The Chain Frost bounces through. Epicenter now as well. But Faith, Astral Imprisonment is going to be able to find that. Wakesy already takes down Ollie, and Emo, Sanity's Eclipse, gets himself a double. And 3 heroes down once again. Is it going to be for SEC being chased in? The Burrow Strike comes through. Yep, Mana Void. Wakesy finds dogfights, but
of magic.
Doodle able to get himself a double. The Doodle double. Is he even going to be able to deny the tower? Wakesy actually blinks in and finds that now, and the Avalanche, the right clicks with the spell shield. So Wakesy's thrown up into the air, and now the blink in though into the Burrow Strike. Anti-Mage is going to be coming back in. Ollie with the TP now as well. The Urn's on top of him, being chased down. He tries to get himself out with the Quail Blade from that Sprout. What's he going to be able to do here? He's just buying time. The spell shield comes out once again. And Doodle's pretty good with this, but the rest of his team now, Newbee trying to close the gap. Wasty, the Frost Armor, the Tross, the Tiny. Might still tick down. The Burrow Strike will find this kill now as well. Faith in the trees. Doodle's going to be able to get himself away. The Gaze comes out. Emo might be taken down. He's going to be able to get the Astral Imprisonment off. And now it looks like Slurk could be in a little bit of trouble. Will be killing off Emo, the Banana there. And the Sand King, another kill, actually goes the way of Slark, so he's going to be able to pick up another one of these essence stacks. And he's not done just yet. Doodle, oh, he's so low. He blinks himself into the mid just in time. If there was a pounce, that would have been a dead anti-mage. In fact, he's still not safe.
Radiant are scanning.
Pops the shrine, so he is going to be a lot healthier. But yeah, the Dark Pact. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it looks like Tusk is being put under pressure. The Phantom is there going to be a pounce onto the unlucky Walrus as the snowball comes out.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Dark Pact doesn't disjoint that. Bottom lane, Tiny going on to Ollie. What's Ollie going to be able to do? Gets the TP away. Wakesy no way to cancel that. If your Dota 2 still crashing, try and opt out of the beta. That worked for me. Anti-Mage gets the blink away. They had the vision. And he just last second, split second, got the blink off. Blinks himself in. They have the vision now as well. Are they going to be able to get this kill to toss up into the air? I don't think Slark... Did he get a right click on? If it's not working after you opt out of the beta, there's instructions in the Dota 2 Reddit telling you how to change your sound from 7.1 back to normal. That's what's crashing a load of people's, is it's been on 7.1 surround sound. There's Banana in the mid lane, he's got himself the Aether Lens. What's the Lich got? He's got a little bit,
Dire's bottom tower.
I wouldn't say more. But, you know, he's got a little bit of health. Tranquil Boots there as well. That's not bad for him. As this tier 1 tower on the bot lane will fall, Newbee picks it up.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looks like they might want to carry on going here as well. Wakesy's still got his trees for 2 shots, and it takes down about a third of the health of this tier 2 tower. So yeah, looks like they want to carry on going. This tier 2 tower will fall. This is being traded out for a tier 1 on the top lane.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Anti-Mage shows himself. Does the puck go in on this? The TPs are going to be coming through. He's got the orb in.
Tower is under attack.
But it looked like Anti-Mage was already in half a mind to blink himself away. He's got himself the Battle Fury, as well as the Power Treads now as well. Going towards the Yasha. Slurk. Do we have the reveal? They have the pounce. He's going to be kept still. And now the avalanche comes through the Burrow Strike, but the gaze instantly drags him back in. Headshot's trying to separate this. The Shadow Dance as well. And Faith, Newbee, Slurk finds himself another stack of essence.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So 19 to 15. I think Newbee need to end this game sooner rather than later. I think Anti-Mage becomes a massive problem, especially if he's going for that Ring of Tarask. For the extra regen, going towards that heart straight away after the Manta style. He's already got himself the Yasha coming out on the courier.
Ah, an afternoon restorative.
SCCC going towards the Lincoln Sphere now as well. Slack. He's starting to fall behind on the net worth. He's about 1,000 gold behind the Anti-Mage. He's going for the BKB. And this could be what they need because, yeah, the Ollie is well pushing out. He's got this ward so he can see anybody hidden in the trees trying to gank him out. And he can just keep himself in here. Pop Treants and keep putting pressure onto this tier 2 tower on the bot lane. Try and even this lane up. You know, if a team fight breaks out, he just TPs himself up, use that good old Nature's Prophet teleportation to get himself in and around the fight.
Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning.
Yeah, so Anti-Mage keeps creeping ever closer to the Manta style. And again, he's just putting pressure all around the map. He's got his team coming around, backing him up. So if anyone comes in to try and gank this, he could probably turn this into a successful team fight here, IG. The puck though, does Ollie come off the high ground? There's heroes missing.
Radiant's bottom
As far as
tower
vision
is under
goes,
attack.
they don't really see anybody. Could go either way, according to Dota Plus. Well, now they see the puck, maybe trying to use him as bait.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tiny has to TP himself back. This is going to be a leap onto Emo. The gaze comes through now as well. Faith, what's he going to be able to do? Well, he's going to be able to help find the kill onto Emo. And I think Anti-Mage just abandoned him there. As Slurk has the gold for the BKB in about 20 gold if he wants to instantly buy that one out. I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, just gonna buy out, go straight for the Skadi afterwards, and maybe he saves for the buyback now. And I'm surprised with the Outworld Devourer being down that they don't try and go for this tier 2 tower mid. I suppose it takes so long to get to that part of the map after you kill him in your side of the jungle that it might not be worth trying. But
Silence.
objectives are always good. And I know that sounds obvious, but I guess this is why you can take a fight on the enemy side of the map, because you're up so quickly. Oh, talking of going down, Ollie gonna be killed off.
For the dead.
As Slurk didn't actually get a right click there. He was thrown up in the air, so he couldn't actually get the right click onto the Nature's Prophet. So yeah, this is what I was just talking about. You take a fight, and if you lose on the enemy side of the map, it takes them so long to get to your side of the map that your objectives can be pretty safe. But if you lose it on your side of the map, well, this tier 2 tower at least will be in a little bit of danger. Puck could be in a little bit of trouble now as well. He's going to be able to orb himself away. SCCC. Anti-Mage looking to creep skip. And it looks like it might be enough to put Newbee off from trying to go for this tier 2 tower here. Yeah, he TPs himself away. He's still got the Manta illusions, being able to farm up the Radiant side of the jungle. It looks like maybe Newbee want to try and stick a team fight, but they've got no puck. It's going to be... The Soulbind comes through. Who gets close? It's going to be dogfights. Do they have a Chain Frost? The gaze drags him back in. Dogfights. He's being right-clicked down, tossed up into the air now as well. Chain Frost was used there, it looks like. And now, spun up into the air. Duel, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? The Pounce keeps him still. The Force Staff now away. Epicenter on the back line, so Slurk is getting pretty down low. The Mana Void will be taking down SCCC. And Duel will survive through this. It looks like the chase in the mid lane, though. Banana might fall. One more right-click. Emo will get the kill. Is he done just yet? It's 2 heroes dead on the side of Newbee. As it looks like the buyback came through from the Tusk. I'm not actually sure who Emo is.
Radiant are scanning.
We can check in a bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Roshan has been started. IG 27 minutes in, the Anti-Mage. Well, he's a strong boy. 16.8 health regen. He's taking a little bit of damage here. The orb's going to come through. Puck though wasn't in time. The avalanche comes through onto 4 heroes. Can they take down the ones? They're going to take down at least the Aegis. You get the kill into the Nature's Prophet now as well. The lockdown dogfights. He's going to be able to blink himself away. Ice shards though. The gaze, it drags the Anti-Mage in. He's going to go for the Manta, but will be killed off. Slurk picks up that kill. So a wasted Aegis. As Newbee knew it was happening. And now Slurk, the silence, it was just to help SCC clean off those creeps. "53 seconds, what can you do here with all 5 heroes?"
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tiny sat behind. It looks like they're pinging out the Puck.
Dire's middle tower has
But
fallen.
Puck can just buy time. Yeah, because we're running the Burrow Strike now as well. Puck will be killed off. He gets the phase shift off. Is he going to be able to get himself out of this? The Sandstorm should be enough damage. Yeah. Sun King picks that one up. But with 2 heroes down here, I'm surprised the Puck didn't just try and buy time for the rest of his team to go on this tier 3 tower. Because instantly OD as well as Sun King just TP themselves out. I'll have a look at names, guys, after this. It's just that in-game I just call them whatever they've got there, and obviously Slack, I can't call him ... So it's just Slack for now. Who, he did pick up that Silver Edge, he's got himself the gem there as well. Bottom lane. Banana, he's out on his own. He's got a couple of illusions. As well as the stroke, just to clean off these waves. But he needs to be careful. He doesn't want to get caught out. Because he probably doesn't survive. Puck has a decent chance of surviving with the phase shift as well as the orb. Being able to jaunt himself away. But Banana, he's got the Glimmer Cape. Which is good for a few seconds unless you've got reveal. Oh, Tiny. Yeah, just blinks himself away. The Burrow Strike isn't going to latch. It's going to be the 3-man Dream Call. Did they try and go for this? It's actually just going to be to make sure they can't
Arms for the dead.
look for a kill. Slark wasn't anywhere nearby. Neither was the Lich. The Grimstroke was still in lane.
I'll take your treatment.
But mid lane, anti-mage will die. I don't even know.
Thanks for that.
And he's down for 70 seconds. Weeksy has himself a DD, a fresh tree, an Echo Saber now as well. As well as a creep wave coming in. It's a double carty creep wave, and the enemy creep wave is instantly gone. So Slurk's going to be able to do something. Epicenter comes through on the back lines, but what are they going to be able to do? BKB being popped by Emo now as well. The right click to Weeksy might be chased down from this. The Sanity's eclipsed. They are going to be able to find this kill. And now it looks like Slurk, what's he going to be able to do with the BKB as well as the Shadow Dance? Can he pick up the kill onto Wally? He takes down at least one. So it's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. But with a DD tree on your Tiny, that's not the pickoffs. That's not what Newbee wanted. They wanted to be putting the siege damage onto this tier 3 tower. Taking it down and maybe unlocking the shrines. And Slurk, of course he needs that mana back. Worth popping a shrine. SEC. Got the Boots of Travel. I don't really see heroes building the Boots of Travel. Just because of the, I suppose it's nearly half the time of the teleport scroll. And you get a free one after 10 seconds as well there as well. So if you mess up, but you can buy yourself a little bit of time, you've got another instant TP out. Or a near instant TP out, should I say. But yeah, I don't really see heroes buying the Boots of Travel all that often. Or at least prioritizing the Boots of Travel all that often. And IG, they are stacked up, waiting for somebody to come through the Radiant Jungle looking for a kill. Oh, and the unlucky devil might be STCC. Dog fights, there's going to be the phase shift. Is he going to be able to get himself out of this? Lincoln's going to be popped into the rest of his team, and the TPs are going to be coming in from this now as well. Might be able to get the kill into dogfights. Turn this one around, maybe. Yep, there's going to be the Gaze dragging back. Outlaw Devourer, the right clicks coming through from the Slurk. Chain Frost bouncing through now as well. Dogfights as well as Emo. Taking those Chain Frost to the face. And Doodle, though, takes down Faith. Not before SCCC can finish off Emo. Doodle gets himself a double to blink forward now as well. Looking for SCCC. Looking maybe for that. Well, he's already used the Mana Void. And now, with that cleave coming through onto the Tiny in that tree, the right click Slurk. What's he going to be able to do? He's got the anti-mage locked down. Or he did until the Forstaff came out now as well. Ollie, they're going to try and TP himself away, but the leech comes out from that pounce, and Ollie trying to use the trees, but the avalanche right-click combo, Wigsy picks up the kill. All in all, like I say, with IG being behind, any trade is a good trade, but you want to be looking for those positive trades. Now, at least the anti-mage didn't die. He's got himself the heart now as well, going towards the butterfly. About 2,000 gold away from that. It does. Leash cancels TP that's already channeling. I think any route now cancels a TP that's already channeling. That was the latest change in 7.20, that anything that cancels or anything that stops movement skills like blink, like TP, like stuff like that, if there's a TP being channeled, it will cancel it. So the pounce, frostbite, I'm pretty sure, as well.
I'll take that.
The seeds of fortune.
But I'm worth so much
SCC's
more.
Dream Coil as well, that should cancel TPs. Yeah, I'm not sure myself. The mechanic, it's a lot. You know, people are still learning it, so I'd never take the piss out of anyone not knowing the mechanics, because I barely know them myself. As Faith, Banana, Wigsy gonna be walking forward. There is 3-4 heroes stacked up around this mid lane for the side of IG. Sanking? Dogfights? Are they going to look for maybe a jump? They see Wigsy. Yeah, the blink's going to be there. The Burrow Strike comes through now as well. BKB being popped by Wigsy. There's going to be the Soulbind as well. It's actually onto Doodle, but there's not going to be a Chain Frost. Maybe the buyback from the Lich. They're not going to be able to get there in time as the Soulbind does wear off. And IG are happy with that. They baited out a buyback. And they can go back into the jungle knowing the mission was accomplished. It was only a Lich buyback, but it's still a buyback. It's still an advantage, especially once Roshan is back up in the next minute or so. So the hunt through the jungle was achy, as well as dogfights. Roshan, 43 seconds. And they can just, like I said, just keep themselves around the Roche pit. Both teams probably knowing this Aegis is going to be coming up anytime soon. So both teams may be looking for fights. And buyback wise, with a Tusk with buyback, that's pretty surprising. It's a gold issue for everybody apart from the Lich. Well, it is a gold issue for the Lich, but it's a time issue now as well. And it looks like IG, they want these pickups. They're going to be able to find at least a Tiny here. It looks like even this Frost Armor, the BKB comes out. He's going to be able to get himself away. Sanity's Eclipse won't find the kill. And now they're going to try and turn this one around. The Chain Frost bouncing through there as well. It looks like Emo being right-clicked down. The Chain Frost carries on going with the Soulbind. It's just causing havoc. And the heroes are low. Grimstroke's already dead. Like I say, he doesn't have his buyback. Doodle tries to get himself away. He was silenced. But now he's going to be able to blink himself out. SCCC. The Yule Scepter comes up into the air. The Hex comes through now as well. But the right-clicks, I'm hearing a Mana Void. Dogfights finds the kill. Wigsy, they've got no mana. There's going to be 4 heroes dead. Newbee. Roshan's back up, but this is a tier 2, possibly a tier 3, and Rax going the way of IG. Yep, the blink forward. Doodle wants to go for this, and with no buybacks coming out, they know they can just step up onto this high ground. They've got themselves at least 25 seconds before there's a hero back up. So it's going to be one lane of Rax, could even be two with the creeps being down here on the bottom lane. Nature's Wrath is going to bounce through. Yeah, Doodle just moves himself down. So Grimstroke will be coming back up. He's got his ultimate there as well. The Soulbind, but ooh. Dreamcall was used just to try and lock down the Sand King. And this range rack should fall over time. 348 health. Didn't opt for the range racks in the mid lane there as well. It will push him because of the melee creeps, but it just means they can back themselves out. Go for Roshan, take the tier 2 tower top, and then move towards the last tier 3 tower of the game. Yeah, Emo picks up the Aegis. The scan obviously now sees inside the Roshan pit, but it was too late. IG already got themselves the Aegis. Maybe he's already got himself the buyback now. I'm not sure what anti-mage. Yeah, if you want to go for this tier 2 tower on the top lane, he's just farming the jungle while he waits for the rest of his team to catch up.
Got it. Illusion.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 40 minutes in.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The tier 2 tower falls and Doodle wants to step himself up. He's got this Manta style now as well. I guess the Phantom, you need to pop that spell shield before the Phantom's actually cast on you, not while it's in mid-air. The Manta style illusion's going to be doing a little bit towards this tier 3 tower now as well.
Radiant's top shrine is
But they just move on to shrines.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
I think if they wanted to, IG,
Radiant's bottom shrine
12k net worth, the 2 kills behind, but I think they have buyback 4 to the 2?
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
3 to the 2? Yeah, 3 to the 2. Actually, anti-mage buying out here. He's got the cheese as well as the heart. But it looks like he just wants to go for the full... Is this the Abyssal Blade? Gets rid of his boots, picks up the Vitality Booster. Yeah, he's bought out me one on the bottom lane. Are they going to be able to find Ollie? Ollie tossed up into the Dream Coil so he can't TP. And that's a Nature's Prophet down for 70 seconds. Can buy back if he wants to. But I'm surprised he was so far out of position with the rest of his team being up on this the top side of the map, or the left side of the map. The Anti-Mage picking up the full Abyssal Blade now as well. Like I say, if they can find a pick-off or two, this probably will be the last tier 3 tower. The entire set of racks probably game.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
An ill wind carries me.
So Wigsy just clears off this creep wave before TPing himself back. Doodle? Yeah, they've got to do right. Just look for this tier 3. Just look for the final tier 3. Look for Megas. Maybe just send the Monster Illusions in if you need to. So Doodle, the slug's going to come through. The BKB was popped, so that Forest Strike is going to be off the mark. The Chain Frost, does it bounce through to anyone now as well? Will just wear off as it can't rebounce, and now Emo's trying to do what he can, the right clicks, but there's going to be the Shadow Dance as well. Equilibrium's been popped. The BKB on the back lines. What's Doodle going to be able to do? Still has the cheese, not taking a lot of damage now as well. Epicenter just keeping heroes away from this tier 3 tower, and this will be the final tier 3. SCC trapped up in the Sprout will be able to orb himself out. Ow, right into an Emo, so the Aegis is going to be popped here now as well. But it's at least going to be all 3 megas, all 3 melee racks going down, getting close to the mega creeps. Slark, who's he going to be able to kill here? It looks like Doodle, though. He's able to use the cheese to keep himself healthy and blinks himself away. So that's one lane. That's two lanes. That's going to be mega creeps going through. Just one more right click takes it down. And now Anti-Mage, though, he's hexed up. Was the damage going to come from here? Wakesy jumps himself forward. He's going to find himself hexed with no BKB for the next 20 seconds. Killed off, though. Wazeki gets the kill. Eyes back, but the Abyssal Blade comes out. Grimstroke stunned up with the gaze, stops the Anti-Mage from being able to find the kill. Now the Spell Shield is going to be astraled up there as well. The Soulbind, though, links him towards Dogfights. The damage might be enough. Faith just tries to back himself away. Wakesy takes down Dogfights, and it looks like Anti-Mage will be killed off. Megas, though, does come out. What are they going to be able to find here? SEC dives forward. Ollie, is he going to be able to cancel the TP away? This is going to be a full 5-man wipe. Newbie, pick it up. Faith, 60 seconds. On the Chain Frost. But how do they push out here with Megas? They don't have the best wave clear lineup in the world. You know, it's not like it's a gyrocopter or a sniper or something like this. So we'll have to wait and see how they're going to play this one out. Yeah, AM's massive. So they're just trying to push down mid. There is buybacks available if IG want to try and defend this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's the tier 3. They're just going to go for tier 4s. They want to end this one now, and buyback should be used here. Tusk is going to save his because he's up in the next 8 seconds. And everyone else, the Burst Strike comes through. Oh, Grimstroke is dead. The Dagon being used onto the Sand King, but they've already taken down the Grimstroke now as well. Slug, BKB's being popped. He's taking a lot of damage from that Sandstorm. They're going to be able to take down the Sand King as well now. Dog fights. He's looking for Anti-Mage, comes up in the next 8 seconds, so just trying to buy time. But if they can find a couple more pickups, they could maybe try and end this on tier 4s. Wakesy tosses him up into the air. He's just trying to play around until he gets his Blink Dagger and then just blink himself out of the base. So they baited out one buyback on the side of IG.
Double damage.
Oh, he got himself a DD. He's got himself the Hex, the Yasha and Kaya. I see the two swords and I still want to say Sanj and Yasha.
Tis mine.
Oh, he gets the cleave on the Arcane Orb. I keep forgetting about that, or the splash damage. So if you can group heroes up, you throw that splash damage down, it's really hard for the supports to deal with, because even though they might not be the main focus target, they're still taking a whole load of damage from that splash. It's not a massive area, so you do want to look to combine it with someone like a Magnus as well, the RP, or maybe even a Darkseer into some sort of AoE stun, like the Sand King to follow up, but overall that is really strong. So Banana, just trying to do a little bit of farming up, helping out the Slark. Let's go back to the net worth. He's 8,000 behind the Anti-Mage. This Anti-Mage is bloody massive, and now Roshan's back up as well. This is going to be a game-ending Roshan, I think, either way. As we just go back to the buybacks. Lich, Puck, OD, as well as Tusk. Slurk has it now as well, but do they know this is happening? They can't even get out of the base to try and contest this. Maybe they look for a smoke up, but the creeps will be pushing in, and I think this is IG. Refresher up goes the way of Emo there as well. Aegis, who got the cheese? Who did get the cheese? Did they just destroy the blink forward there, anti-mage? Oh, it's in Sand King's backpack. Why can I see that? Slurk comes out, but he's going to be spotted up. The BKB comes through there as well, but he's going to be punched up into the air. The Shadow Dance, what's he going to be able to do? Trying to right-click down Doodle. The Soulbind's going to come through with a Chain Frost bouncing through now as well. It's Sinuses Eclipse. Wakesy takes down Dogsfighters with the double Sinuses Eclipse, trying to chase down the Grimstroke here. It's going to be the Nature's Wrath that takes him down. So it's going to be 2 heroes dead, 1 buyback from the side of Newbee. And buyback on the Tosco, it could be 3 heroes. Puck does have the buyback. This Frost Armor on the tower is so good. It's just trying to deal with the melee creeps. But it looks like everybody on the side of IG, the buyback comes through from the Puck here now as well. But Anti-Mage is in your base. He's taking your towers. The Burrow Strike comes through. It's going to be a Mana Void to take down Faith. And now Slurk is dead. Goes for the buyback. The tier 4 towers are under pressure. Anti-Mage Doodle, he's already used that Manta style now though. It's going to be GG being called by Faith. Yeah, they think they've got no way out of this, as it looks like Tiny might be the final kill of the game. Just before that Ancient pops. So that was game number 1 in a 2-game series between Newbee and IG. IG just, that Anti-Mage, Newbee gave them too much time. Instead of getting aggressive, maybe trying to take the game in the first 25-30 minutes, Newbee, they were just content to try and farm up the jungle, you know, get Slurk a little bit more farm, but the Anti-Mage is always going to out-farm him. So...
No, you'll bait no hook with me.
Well... we'll find out, Slurk, because he did a little bit of baiting in that last match and it didn't pay off. But we are going to take a quick break, wait for the second game to be up, and we'll jump in with the second game of IG versus Newbee.